So I'm going to tell you a story of when I first started my mobile detailing business and one of the most difficult things for me to overcome mentally. When I started, I was just side hustling, but I really saw the potential of the business. After a few months, I learned digital marketing. I learned how to put myself out there. I learned how to get customers, and I was doing $5,000 a month while still in high school. And that was part-time work too, which absolutely blew my mind. But here's the part that got really frustrating. I didn't see anybody online representing the kind of entrepreneur that I wanted to be. There was none of it. Absolutely zero. I was a part of all these make money online communities from all these influencers, and I did get some value from them, right? Everybody wants to shit on online influencers and communities and whatnot, but you just have to do your research. There's some people out there that are really solid. I'm friends with some now. I can tell you there's good people out there and good resources to consume. But everything just felt so complicated. It felt so difficult to find somebody that could relate to me because everybody that I saw online that was making money was doing it through some complicated business that I had no idea how to apply myself to. I was just some kid with a wash mitt and some buckets. And I'm sure you can relate to that story as well, right? We're just young guys trying to make things happen. And for a lot of us, the most accessible business is going to be something that we can start with just a couple $100s. For most of us, we start a business looking for freedom because we don't really have it, right? We don't come from a place with a lot of money. We don't come from a place where things are handed to us. So a couple $100s to start a business is the best way to go. And this video, I'm just going to share what opportunity lies ahead of you if you choose to continue down that path. And we're not necessarily talking about how to get filthy rich with detailing. We're talking about what's real and what's honest. Most people just want to be able to provide for their family on their own terms. Most people would be overjoyed to make $10,000 a month making their own rules for life, not having to clock in and day out. We don't need all the crazy luxuries. We just want to see ourselves and the people that we care about taken care of without having to do a bunch of bullshit that we don't care about. So that's the whole purpose of this video, because I feel like young men lack purpose at this point. We feel hopeless watching all these crazy wealthy people in their 20s driving Lamborghinis. That to me has been very frustrating to watch. Not because I don't think I can achieve it, because I'm already on that track to be at that kind of wealth once I'm in my mid to late 20s, but because they all show the end result. They don't show the journey. That's the hardest part to watch, is the fact that you see the end product and you have no idea how they got there. And I know some of these guys personally, and I can tell you right now that a lot of them started in a very similar place to you and I. I actually know a few guys that started detailing and are now multi-millionaires from other business models, right? So that's what we're going to get into. So what actually qualifies as being rich? If we're going to set aside the luxuries and not try to chase some hedonistic lifestyle, what qualifies as wealthy? What qualifies as rich? To me, wealth is abundance in all areas of your life, right? So you don't have to have an extreme amount of abundance in one area. It doesn't have to be unbalanced. It needs to be balanced across the board. So if you can make $10,000 a month, keeping in mind that the average salary for an American is $4,000 a month, give or take, roughly. If you can make $10,000 a month without having to absolutely kill yourself on your hours, you are abundant in not only your money, but your time, your emotional well-being, your relational well-being, because you have time to give to the people that you care about, right? Not only financially, but with your time, because a lot of people, they slave away for a regular job, 9 to 5, and they still don't get that time with their family. And they don't have much money to show for it. So that's not the situation that we want to be in. So to me, getting wealthy is crossing that $10,000 a month mark. And there are people that have bigger aspirations. I, for one, do. But I also recognize that most of us just want to take care of ourselves and our people well, on our own terms. So that's what we're going to talk about. And if you can find something simple to get the ball rolling, to make this happen, you'll be miles ahead of where everyone else is, right? This video is targeted at young guys because that's the position that I'm in. But I know that there's some people that are a little bit older that watch my stuff as well. But overall, as a young guy, you look around and you see, what are people doing that are my age? People are going to the club. People are spending a ton of time on their phone, scrolling social media, just consuming, just being a robot day to day, waking up without a purpose, going to school, going to work, coming home without a purpose, tired. They don't know why they're tired. They go to sleep and they do it all over again. That's not you. That's not me, right? The fact that you're watching this video 5 minutes in means that that's not you. You have the attention span to sit through this and try to make something more of your life. and make something better. So just by taking positive action in the right direction, you're already miles ahead of where your peers are. I think we've gotten to this point with social media where we feel like if we're not where somebody else is, that we're behind. But when you look at the average person and the way they live their life, you're in the 1% if you just reject all of the degenerate habits that most people partake in and get the ball rolling. You don't even have to have a full-fledged business. You could still be working your 9-to-5 job with a side hustle on the weekend, saying no to all the distractions in your life, and you will be in the 1%. Literally, even if you don't make any money, you will be in the 1%. So if you actually can get the ball rolling and take positive action in the right direction, over time, those actions will compound and you'll get to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm making $10,000 a month. I can quit my job and I've rejected all of the distractions prior to that. So I have all this time freed up to pursue other businesses, to learn how to invest the money that I've made, to make better connections, right? So that's really what I think it's all about. It's not about getting down on yourself if you're not where you want to be. It's about pushing in the right direction, taking those actions every single day to make it happen. And for me, mobile detailing is how I made that happen. I mean, it really is. Like I said at the start of the video, I was making $5,000 a month and I just kept pushing. And opportunities opened themselves up to me as I kept pushing. All I had to do was get the ball rolling in the right direction, figure out how do I get customers, and from there it snowballed. I remember the first 2 customers that I met that really changed my life that I'm still connected with 2 years later. One is, funnily enough, an influencer that sells fitness coaching. And this person's doing almost $300,000 a month right now, which is absolutely nuts. So they've been a huge inspiration to me, teaching me how to run social media, how to make it happen, how to get attention, how to get views. And then the other customer is somebody that runs a cleaning company, a commercial cleaning company in my town, and they make, $250,000, $300,000 a month as well. So these are both multimillionaires that once I met them, my whole business changed. I learned so much from these people, and it really just took those 2 connections to get the ball rolling. Because since then, I have met so many millionaires, so many mentors. I've got dozens of them in my phone, some of which I speak to every single day, a couple of which I'm actually partners with in various businesses. So detailing was not about making side money for me. It was about, how do I make this happen? How do I move the ball forward in such a way where I can unlock more and more opportunity? And literally just by being a respectable young guy trying to push for it, older people that were more successful saw that in me and wanted to pour into me and reinvest. It's that simple. I don't think people understand it. You don't have to be wildly successful to move your life in the direction that you want to move in. It's just about, how do you present yourself to the world and how much effort are you putting toward your goals? Some examples of the next level for you, of new opportunities, could be as simple as, okay, you have a client that lives in a very nice house and they do real estate. So now you say, okay, can I trade you your next detail for free? And then we go sit down for coffee and I pick your brain. You exchange value for value. You give them something that they need because they've already expressed interest in your service prior, because they paid you for a service previously. And then you just sit down and ask the right questions. You don't understand how impressed rich people are when the questions you ask are smart. And it doesn't take that much effort to ask smart questions. Pick up a book every now and then. Watch some educational videos on YouTube, podcasts, sit down with a notebook and journal. If you do those 3 habits, you will be able to ask intelligent questions and people will notice. So that's just one example, right? You could learn how to invest in real estate, stocks, crypto, or you could start a business with somebody else that saw the opportunity that you were pursuing, was impressed by it, and wanted to pour into you. For me, I'm pouring all of my time, energy, and attention into personal brand and YouTube, and it's making me quite a bit of money, even with a fairly small audience. And you'd be surprised. I know a guy that's doing $100,000 a month right now just from affiliate links for detailing products. So he had a detailing business that he transitioned into reviewing detailing products, and his videos are getting enough views that he is making $100,000 a month off of promoting products. That is wild. The opportunities are endless. So don't just set your goalpost at full-time detailing. Set your goalpost farther beyond, but use where you're at now in the business that you're pursuing as that major milestone to make it happen. Because like I said, and I'm going to keep repeating myself over and over and over again, and it will sound like I'm beating a dead horse because I am. Simple business models unlock exponential opportunity and potentially life-changing wealth. It's happening for me right now. And the whole reason behind making these videos is not just to show you where I'm at now and how I got here, but to show you that I am continuing to go forward. Because in 2 years' time, I'm no longer going to be teaching you how to do $10,000, $20,000 a month detailing. I'm going to be sharing the information of a millionaire who's traveling all around the world, meeting with other millionaires, making big deals happen, because I am pushing really hard. And you might not believe me right now, and you can go watch another video if that's the case. You're not part of this tribe if you don't believe in the power of a simple business model and where I can go with it, and in return, where you can go with it. You're not part of this tribe if that's you. But if you're the kind of person that really believes in it and thinks that it can happen for you, then I am more than happy to lead the way in that regard and always answer questions and always push you forward. That's why in every single video, I link my Instagram because you have no idea how many guys that are 14, 15, 16, heck, even some 30-year-olds are reaching out saying, how can I start? And that's the whole reason behind it. That's the whole reason behind it, is to build a tribe, to build a movement of young guys that are absolutely tired of seeing other people get extremely wealthy and people that they know in their circles fall to the bottom, struggle to pay bills. We're done with that. We're literally done with that. We're not going to take it anymore. We're going to figure out how to make things happen for ourselves without the bullshit, without having to, go online and do some crazy online business. No, we're going to take something that is very simple, unlock opportunity with it, and help ourselves and the people that we care about. It's that simple. So that's what this movement's about. And as I keep pushing, I've said this in my last video, one of my goals is to pay off my family home. And I think it's doable within the next 2 to 3 years. I genuinely do, which is absolutely insane. I will be 20 by the time that I think I can have the home paid off for my family that has worked like 35 years to be able to afford this home. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. So what I'm going to keep doing is I'm going to keep doing some sit-down videos like this every so often, once, maybe twice a week. Let's sit down. Let's have a chat about it. Connect with me one-on-one. There's going to be less views on these videos. And who cares? Because I don't even have these videos monetized. This is just for us to connect, for you to see what's actually happening. And then we'll cast a broad net with the other videos that are more hype, that are more fast-paced. Let me show you how to do X, Y, Z, 10K a month, whatever, detailing. That's to cast a broad net. And then we bring people into our movement from there. We bring people into the movement. You saw something that you thought was super crazy and inspirational. Now you come here and this is our movement. Our movement is, how do we change lives with something so simple that no one is talking about, and the people that are talking about it are blabbering on and on and on about what's the best soap to use. Bro, it's soap. Pick one that works for you and use it. Stop watching all these videos on the best soap to use. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm done with it. So wrapping up, focus on making it happen for yourself and the people you care about. So the best way to figure out if you're at that turning point and if you're going to make the right decision when the road forks, because that decision will pivot your whole life, whether it's the right or the wrong decision, the best way to figure out what the best decision to make is to look at other people that have made that decision before you. It might be a family member. It might be a mentor. It might be an online mentor. It might be somebody that you watch online. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But you will hit those turning points. And as you progress down this path, if you keep pushing, you can unlock some crazy opportunity. And that is exactly what I'm here to do, leading this movement. So as always, shoot me a DM. Would love to connect. Talk soon.